show. Excuse my gorgeous set backdrop today. I am moving, and so I've got my crap all over. We've got a subtle product placement going on for Threshold dishware back there, and an air mattress, so that's cool. Well, welcome to the show. I'm stoked that you're here. Today we're going to be talking about Supposed to Be. We're actually going behind the song. I've been doing a few of these in the last year, and you guys seem to really enjoy them. So you might have heard kind of how that song got birthed, basically. I was doing a guidance session with one of our amazing followers, and she expressed to me, she said this like quote, this phrase, and I wrote it down right away, and I told her, I was like, that's good, I'm gonna write that down. She said, I don't know who I am without my depression. Yes, I know that feeling. Yes, I can so relate to that, and it gives me the chills to even think about how much of our identity that we place in our sadness, and that bothers me. Like, I'm not okay with that. I'm not cool with promoting that idea, but I don't want to ignore that that's what we do. That's what I do too. Like, I'm not at all immune to that. So once I had that, that phrase, it really stuck with me, and this is often how I get when I'm writing songs. A kind of concept will hit me, and it will just stick to my soul, and I can't get rid of it. And every time that I sit to write a song, it'll just keep resurfacing, and that's kind of how I know that there's an idea, a song that wants to be birthed and wants to be made. And so I couldn't ignore it, and I wrote this song out, and the lyrics came easily and quickly, and it was awesome, and Sean liked it, and we took it in the studio as one of our top contenders that we wanted to do for our songs, and Mike Green, our producer, dug it, so we recorded the song. And here's where things got weird and interesting, and things started happening that usually don't happen. Mike, our producer, and Sean, who does a lot of our producing work, they started to play around with the chorus beat, and in my head it was just supposed to be this straight, like, kind of old school rock song, like pretty straightforward, and they wanted to do this like fresh beat on the chorus, and I was not having it. Like, I was not feeling it whatsoever. And interestingly enough, they went out, and the chorus beat that you hear is the one that I did not love. I was not resonating with it, and it was seriously like the last day in the studio, and I was pretty emotional. Being in the studio is emotional work anyway, because you feel like so much pressure. All your insecurity surfaces and tells you why, no one's ever gonna like listen to these songs, and if they do, they're gonna suck and everything. And I was crying in the bathroom, which is my jam. I cry in the bathroom pretty regularly. So yeah, it was emotional, it sucked. But then we got the song back. Kind of, that's how usually the studio process works, is you lay down all the stuff, and then everything will get mixed, the vocals will get comped, and it'll be sent back to you for your approval before you send it to mastering. We got it back, and I was like, oh, this actually sounds good. Like, I was feeling it, and I was happy with that, because nothing sucks more than releasing art that you don't love. Trust me, that's like the worst thing in the world. So I was vibing with it, and then Sean, of all people, starts second-guessing it, and starts going down this path of, hey, I'm not really sure about maybe this vocal take here. I don't know if we really pushed it hard enough. I don't know if you really, took it to your creative limits. He was saying that to me. And because the song had come so easily, I was like, oh, maybe you're right. Like, maybe I should have worked this thing harder, spent more time on it. So he kind of talked me into second-guessing it again, which was so weird that we kind of flip-flopped on that. And you guys, we talked to our team about this song, and they agreed. They were like, yeah, I see what you mean. Let's revisit this thing. So I was headed to go to Sweden in just a few days, but we managed to rent like the same studio microphone that I did the other song vocals on, so that way my vocals would at least sound the same, because all we were going to redo were the vocals. And we didn't, have the time or money to fly back to LA, but we do have like a DIY studio here where, we set the microphone up in a closet, and so we're like, let's try it. Let's hopefully these, vocals will be good enough. We'll only take out what we have to. We'll keep what we can. But I went back to the drawing board and started writing with the instrumental track. All my vocals gone, I was just writing over it, and I wrote a whole new song. And I loved this new song, and I was like, this is so much better. I was on top of the world. I was so happy. Again, we show it to our management team. They're like, yeah, this is better. We're loving it. The only problem was I could not come up with a chorus. And the reason for this is because that chorus beat wasn't really, my thing. I didn't really totally connect with it from the beginning, so I had a really hard time coming up with a new vocal idea to go over it. So for like 3 or 4 days, I was like holed up in my bedroom trying to rewrite this song, and it was so painstaking because I felt like the stakes were high now. Like, we'd gone back to our producer, said, hey, we don't love it, so we're gonna rewrite something else, and I felt like all of the weight was coming on my personal shoulders. Like, I had to bring it, and so I did come up with something that I ended up really loving, but Sean didn't like the chorus. Oh! And we tried and we tried. And so for like a day and a half, right before I went to Sweden, I was laying down vocal takes. We were just slamming our foreheads against the wall. It was so frustrating. And by the end of the night, our microphone rental time was up. We were gonna have to take it back in just an hour or two. And Sean was like, hey, I don't think we're gonna get this. Oh my God, you guys. I like broke down because I was so tired. I had so much freaking pressure on me. I had the Sweden trip I was supposed to be getting like all packed for, and I hadn't even started. And I poured my heart into this piece twice, and it still wasn't good enough. And that feeling sucks. So you guys, like, it was really freaking emotional because I went through all those emotions that you go through as a creative person, like, hey, I don't know if this is good enough, but hey, I'm gonna trust the professionals, like my producer in my life, or, you know, Sean, who like knows his stuff. I'm gonna trust these guys that they are doing something awesome and that I'm gonna like it. And then I ended up liking it, and then it ended up getting reopened, and then I was like, oh, I never liked this to begin with, and getting all dramatic with it, and just having that feeling of I have to put my best work out. And that's really what drives all this, kind of like that perfectionist thing, but really never wanting to release anything than my best, anything than less than, you know, everything that I have to give. I want to love it. And I've always said this, that if I'm going to be playing a song live night after night, like there's no way I'm going to play or sing a song that I don't completely love and connect with. So you kind of know how the story ends. We ended up releasing the first version. And I don't know, I'm just so back and forth with this song because now I love it again. Really, you helped me to love it. Our fans resonated with that song probably the most of any of the 3 that we released of our Kickstarter songs. It's the one we just did a music video for because it's the one that our Kickstarter backers, the Icon Army, chose for us to do a video for. And now it's like I'm with it again. Like I get it. I love it. I'm in the trenches with this song. And it just goes to show how messy and complicated the creative process is. When you heard that song, you probably had no idea all the blood, sweat, and tears that we poured into that thing, and I hope that this gives you a new appreciation for it rather than like ruining it for you. But yeah, seeing how it affected you guys connected me with the original intent that I had for it, which was to kind of showcase that idea of you know, wanting something more for your life than just living within your own sickness. And it seems like you guys really connected with that idea, and for that I am eternally grateful. So that's behind the song supposed to be. I hope that was really interesting for you guys. It was weird for me to retell it, realizing how back and forth that I was. I am not apparently as consistent as I want to be, but I will be working on that. So thanks so much for watching today. We are getting so close to 20,000 subscribers, and I told you that we would do something amazing for that. So I have been brainstorming, and you're welcome to leave comments. You already have. We've got so many great ideas. I don't think we're going to have a problem figuring that out. A couple more housekeeping things. Big shout out to all of my amazing patrons over at patreon.com. We hit our slumber party goal last week, which is amazing. So we are locking down the dates for that. If you're a patron, just head over to the Patreon page. It's for you only. No one else can see it. You have to be a patron to see this page. And we're discussing which is the best date for everyone to get that locked down. And then also, we have to set a new goal. I just got really excited and I just set a new goal right away. We're going to save up for a, let me see if I can remember it, a Mark III 5D. I don't know. The point is, it's freaking expensive, but it makes our videos look insane. They look amazing. I got to borrow Sophie's camera over the winter, and she has this thing, and it's just mind-blowing. So that's the next level for us over here at the Ariel Show. If you want to get in on this, you can become a patron too. You can give like $1 a video. It just helps us keep creating these things. It helps keep it free for everyone else. So that's what's up. I love you. Have a great week.